This company would make Albert Einstein proud. Built from the ground up, the owner learned 3D design to be able to make his own parts, y'all. Simple, clean, all about flow. And that first principle of Newton's law of motion, a body in motion stays in motion, and that, folks, is inertia. What up, people? Derek here with Bendy Tubes, and we are back in Bendy Studios. I was only able to record one video up at Battleground, so be on the lookout for a few more videos from my time up there. But want to thank our newest sponsor, Cincinnati Flatland Fanatics. This is a dope crew out there in Cincinnati, Ohio. They've got 3 goals: ride, have fun, and spread the magic of Flatland. So if Cincinnati isn't on your map to check out from the Flatland scene, at it, get over there. Highly recommend it. And check them out at a couple events they got coming up. November 1st in Louisville is Rad Fest, and November 8th, their signature jam, the 4th annual Stash Jam. Great branding. I know that they're part of Agro Designs and stuff like that, so weekend at Stashes. Go check them out, Cincinnati Flatland Fanatics. Now, you may or may not like this video. I know that I'm supposed to talk about bendy bikes from the mid-school, but what if, and hear me out, there was a generation-defying bike frame that came out? We gotta talk about it, yo. And so this is script number 2 and hopefully video number 2 if I go in sequence to come out of Battleground. Once again, shout out to Chris Young and the Flatland Assassins and Reclamation Bikes for this amazing contest. Like I said, more content coming from Battleground. But why Inertia? Well, because whenever I went to Battleground, I got the dream of being able to talk to one of my favorite mid-school riders, one Mr. Sir, Knighted, all that stuff, Lee Musselwhite. So I got to chat about his company, dig in a little bit deeper, so we're gonna talk Inertia. Inertia was born smack dab in the mid-school in 2005. Now, there are great write-ups on Inertia and Lee's inspiration behind this company and this frame on 23 Mag and BMX Museum, link below. And the crux of this company was purposeful design and simplicity. So what's that mean for us? There ain't a bend in sight. Straight tubed, double diamond, all the way. No gimmicks, no bends, no kinks, no gussets, but still innovation. The main bit is in 2005, we got the unit. A double diamond, tall step over that does not fit in the mid-school. Mid-school is all about bends. It was all about squish and squeeze and high bottom brackets and low step over and that. I forget who it was. Like, was it Corey Jarman that had that bike that was like the Colorado that was like, wah? They look like trial bikes. I love the aesthetic of mid-school bikes, and this one slapped it in the face. It was a street bike designed for Flatland. It did not have bends, but it was responsive and it was short. That's all there is to say about it, people. Now, like I said, this frame is like 5 years ahead of its time. Like, this is right around when people are bending and kinking and gusseting, crossing and christing and all this stuff. Straight tubes. 18.8 top tube, 75-degree head tube angle, super responsive. There were 2 versions, the premium and the elite. And if the premium is the base version, you know the elite is legit. Big difference, the premium had 4130 chromoly steel, and it was technically more affordable. We actually got this across the pond here in the US, sold through Flatland Fuel. Then there was the elite. A Reynolds 853 tube piece of British slam damery, y'all. If you're not familiar with your tubes, let's equate Reynolds 853 tubing to our Ox Platinum that standard is huge in using, Reclamation also. And why the name unit? A unit is the smallest whole number, a single or whole entity, a standard amount. So think distillation, fundamentals, core. That is what this Flatland frame is, the simplified, distilled base element of Flatland. well done. Lee made other bits too. Like I said, he learned 3D design so he could draw this frame up and get it the way he wanted. He also learned how to draw forks, and he came up with these conically tapered legs on the Inertia forks, reliefs machined in the droppies, brakes or brakeless, and a preload cap with space for 2 cables, 2 hot dog style, but it's very thoughtful for anybody that's wanting to run the mid-school 2 front brake setup. 4-piece Cecil bars with inserts to reinforce them bends so you don't tweak them. And I mean, look at these shorties, 6.57 inches tall. That's slam, that's dive, that's low. 3 inches shorter than my current Far East bars, which are modeled after those beautiful Autumn Juice bars. I should also note that there were also bigger bars too, with the design detail like this open crossbar, which is dope and I love. And the Incognito sprocket is hands down the best looking sprocket ever made. I love it. This thing it's so simple. I'm gonna finish the sentence. It's so simple, I love it. It's open, it's clean, goes into the whole thing that Lee had going on there. Beautiful. Bar end, seat post clamp round out the bit of kit coming out of Inertia. Now, not only did Lee ride for his own company, but British shredders like Keelan Phillips and Paul Tout rode for him too, which is rad. After success in Japan and worldwide, the next logical step for Inertia was to make completes. They had most of the bits already created: sprockets, seat posts, seats, frames, handlebars, forks, all that stuff. But to quote Lee, that adventure had ran its course. But Inertia did not stop there. Lee pivoted into shows. First it was the Inertia BMX show, a dope show that brought flatland talent to showcase the sport. Amazing enough, I found a video, which I'm so stoked about, from the 2008 Inertia BMX show. And then that morphed into what Lee does today, which is Extreme Bike Battle, a variety show of sorts with all things 2 wheels, ramps and moto and flatland and trials. Y'all, so dope, so great to see. And you know, it was really rad to be able to chat with Lee and kind of draw the connection that where he's at today started over 20 years ago when he learned to design bikes using 3D CAD software, and whenever he learned the business side of running a company. That set him up for Inertia and set him up for Extreme Bike Battle. And that brings him to today. And rightfully, he won the best trick at Battleground, which is rad. Congratulations, Lee, once again. Now, to tie all this together, a little birdie told me that Reclamation handed over a prototype frame to Lee. Oh, double diamond OX platinum bit of kit that I may or may not get a picture of by the time I finish this, because I'm trying to get it out quickly. So there's your link back to Reclamation. So Lee, great job with Inertia, great job with the shows, and jazzed to see you ride across the pond, which we don't get enough of, that's for sure. And that's it. Lee Musselwhite's Inertia bikes, folks. Ahead of the curve, and to quote the first law of thermodynamics, energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but only change form. So the energy of Inertia bikes became Inertia bike shows, became Extreme BMX Battle, and I can't wait to see what happens next. As always, Derek with Bendy Tubes, cheers.